So hi guys and welcome back to my team career mode season 3, and here we are for another race. And guys, if you haven't watched the last video, go and check it out. It was an amazing race in the Canadian GP. We got nothing there because obviously we made a big mistake of not taking the components properly, and because of that I went into the race, got a big undercut done by everyone else, and we only got P14. And obviously Jack the one had a much different race for us. We had a red flag because of that, and it was Isaac Haja who spun out of the wall of champions, and Jack the one straight up went into the back of him, and because of that we had a red flag, and because of that our strategy was ruined. But that doesn't matter now. It's a new race in the Austrian GP, a race, if nothing goes wrong, we might be able to win, because guys, this is the only race I can fully say that I am the best on this track. I can do something here. So first of all, with 2.6 million left, we are going to buy both the big upgrades, aero breakthrough and a chassis breakthrough in the phase 3. That will be very helpful for us. And now we have 3897 resource point. Well, not 800, 3097 resource points. Obviously the only thing we have is a fuel efficiency upgrade, but I am not going to do that. So we are going into the aerodynamics. Let's do the front wing end plates downforce. That's a major front wing upgrade. So that has been done. So we now only have 468,000 left after doing everything. Let's just go. We have an event, and let's just see what it is going to say. And a secondary sponsor has been discovered, but right now that doesn't matter to us because we are trying to get this car in front, and we do not have anything in the fan rating. We do not have anything left, so we are now going to upgrade as much as we can with 1.7 million still left for us. We have done everything we can do, and the research has been delayed, and the development has also failed. What an annoying thing, and both of them has failed. That is annoying. Obviously at least we will get them for the British Grand Prix. That will be very helpful. So we will be driving as Jack the one in the Austrian GP.
High up in the mountains here at Spielberg, it's time for qualifying on what will be the fastest laps of the season. Stand by for qualifying at the Austrian Grand Prix.
And here we are guys in the qualifying, and if you think why I am showing you this, it's because I made a big mistake, and that was, let me show you, is this. I forgot to change the engine component again, and this time it's Jack the one. But the good news is I can actually use the other things, but the only two things that it will be very difficult to use in the race is the turbocharger and MGUH. So I have put on that one a new one. But the thing is guys, in 4 tenths or the 4 minutes that is left, the problem now for us is that the rain has come down in the qualifying, and another problem for us is that everyone else did their lap on a dry track. So we have to defeat or out qualify the bottom 5 drivers on a wet track with soft tires. Let's see, can we do it? With our one and only lap we will get here into turn 3. Obviously this is the best corner for me against the AI, and let's just use every bit of battery, every bit of DRS, ERS we can get out of here into the final sector. Obviously the 2 corners I am really bad at against AI, and it's because of some problem with the traction control here too. We can't do anything about it here into the final corner. Look at that, how early the traction control breaks for us, and that is not good enough for us, and it wasn't really good enough for us. So I actually went out by myself, used all the tire grip we can do so that I can go as fast as I can into the pits, but still guys, it did not work out for us. So again we will be driving in the last to first this time, but this time it's not Canada. Canada is a track I am not really good at, but here I am actually really good. So Yuki has gotten himself into P8, that is big, and if he can get himself into Q3, that will also be good. So here I thought, guys, since we have to start from the P21, why not start from P22? That's why I am taking every penalty I can, because obviously, guys, I know that I have to take a penalty in the coming part of the season, so why not do it now?
This is it then, race day in Spielberg for this year's Austrian Grand Prix. Not long to go before our drivers hurtle off the line and into the first turn, the Niki Lauda curve. It was renamed in 2019 in memory of one of Formula One's most beloved figures. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of around 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill of turn 3. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Webber, Norris, Ayrton Senna and Mayer, Verstappen, Russell, Gasly and Carlos Sainz, Stroll, Antonelli, Esteban Ocon and Aaron, Tsunoda, Behrman, Gabriel Bortoleto and Isaac Hadjar, Lawson, Hulkenberg, Pepe Marti and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. So much to talk about on what is such a short lap. It's the fastest lap times of the season, but that doesn't mean it's not a challenge.
It's a real challenge to get right, this circuit. Lots of tight corners linked up with very long straights. You've got 3 DRS zones as well. That means that the racing is often very close, and you can hang on to potentially a faster car if you can stay within that 1 second buffer. But you've then got some higher speed corners like turn 6 and 7 in the middle of the track, and then the 2 final corners as well. Track limits. Yep, there we go. I mentioned it. Be careful.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Copy, radio check.
We're going to struggle for a good position in this race unless we can gain some early positions.
So here we are in the race, and we have medium to hard tires. Our normal strategy would have worked out for us, but we have rain at the end of the race. So this is going to be fun in the Austrian GP with rain ahead. Let's just go with 3, 4, 5 lights. And here we go for the Austrian GP with Piastri into pole, Charles Leclerc P3 and Mark Webber into P4, and these guys are going side by side with Lando Norris into P4, P5 for Piastri and Senna. These guys are going side by side, but Charles Leclerc has overtaken Piastri for the lead. And let me just show you the start. We got a bad start, a lot of wheel spin for us, but we had recovered out of that very quickly, and we go through the inside of 8 cars. We have gone, not 8 cars, we are still P16, so it was actually 6 cars, but that doesn't matter because the next one is going to be much, because we are already in front of our teammate. We have done that, and into turn 3 we have gone for a big dive bomb, and we are stuck, we are trying to get out of the wheel from Pierre Gasly, but we have done that. Obviously we were stuck for a very long time there, but still, guys, I am very sure that we can do something here, cutting across the curves and going out of turn 1 better, because obviously, guys, because I am pushing this much, I am actually not able to properly brake, but that is not going to work out for us. But here into turn 3 we have caught up to these guys, and because there is someone fighting ahead, both the Williams Jaguar got a very bad exit out of turn 3, and we very well did our work and went into P9 now. 2 cars has already been dispatched now. It is our work to overtake the other cars. Obviously it was, I think, Mark Webber and Max Verstappen who was going side by side for the whole lap almost, and because of that we took advantage of that, and here is Kelly Mayer, Max Verstappen fighting with each other, and that is Kelly Mayer. She has spun, and there's a big pile up behind her, and obviously some have lost their front wing, and this was us almost getting lucky because I was a little bit behind them. And yeah, that red flag is understandable. We only have done 3 laps, well technically 2 laps, and on the 3rd lap we have a red flag. But the thing is, guys, we still have an extra medium tires for us, and I saw the rain. Did you just see the rain? And it is coming down very quickly. So I thought, you know what, mess up my race, why not? We are going on to the soft tires. Let's see what craziness we can do in this race with 3, 4, 5 laps. We will be starting from P6, but Charles Leclerc is the one who starts on pole with Lando Norris in P2, Piastri P3, Senna P4, and we will try to make a big dive bomb there, and we have done it on 2 cars, and we are now from P6 to P3, but Piastri getting a good start there, and look at that, Mark Webber dispatched on the start, and Ayrton Senna tried to do something, did not work out for him, and into the inside of 2 cars more, but we got an illegal overtake. We got an illegal overtake on Ayrton Senna. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? And because of that we had to go backwards for so much, and I did not care. After that I went through the inside of Max Verstappen, and I was pissed, guys. Look at that, Ayrton Senna finally gets in front, and I was going to go for that dive bomb even after losing the end plate. I did not care. Max Verstappen and Mark Webber has been dispatched. I was pissed because of that, but obviously, guys, I definitely went off to the track. But the thing is, how the hell did I do that for Ayrton Senna? Because I was actually going on, well, I was into turn 1 with Piastri, so how the hell did I got an illegal overtake on Ayrton Senna? I don't even care, guys.
At least another 10 minutes until this rain evens out. Stay alert out there. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Okay, gap to the car in front, 2.
So obviously the rain is here, and I am definitely feeling it, but the thing is, guys, I am on soft tires and these guys are on hard tires. That means I am actually the one who is best suited to stay on these tires, but I took a gamble and I was going to go on to the inters, because you saw our engineer said the rain is going to continue for 10 minutes, which means I can go on to the mediums, and that is annoying. That is annoying. We just was stopped on to the start of the pit box, and that is annoying. We can't do anything about it. So let's go on to a set of intermediates, make a big undercut on these guys, and let's get the lead here. Obviously, if we can get a good green flag running here, that will be very fun. So we have come out of the pits and almost going into the barriers there. That was scary, but that doesn't matter. So lap 8, we are 11 seconds behind the 21st guy, but at the start of lap 9 I am already 6 seconds, and at the end of lap 9 it's 4 seconds. So we are catching these guys by a rate of knots, and obviously AI, they are being very stubborn to stay on those tires. Obviously the thing is, guys, I have to push as much as I can, because when I catch up to these cars I will lose very much time when I try to overtake them. So I have to use everything we have, keep on them, and obviously they are now only 2.6 behind, and we have a safety car, and not again, guys. I am P22 again, and what happened there? Was it Sainz, Mayer? No, it doesn't look like it. Might be Russell. No, it is Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly spun out of turn 3, and that was, who was it? And it was Yuki. Yuki actually got in front of all the cars. He made a big thing there, and obviously I am pissed because I will be starting off from P22 again. So let's try to do a P22 to P1 challenge again, and I will be going on inters, guys, because the rain will not stay on the wet tires for very long. So 4-5 lights, and here we go for the third start and the second restart. Charlotte, they're getting a good start, and Piastri trying to stay in front of Lando Norris. Lando Norris going around the outside, and behind, if you see, we made a big dive bomb on, that is 2, 3 and 1, that is 6 cars, behind. And let's see, obviously we did not get a good start because obviously Inter's on wet track doesn't really work, but we went through the inside, a big dive bomb on everyone. And this time I decided to go on to the curb. Still, I did the same thing with Oscar Piastri and I did not get any kind of problem there. I actually had a problem with Ayrton and I still do not understand it. I might have to do a little bit of digging there, but it doesn't matter right now because we went through the inside of so many cars again, and we just get ourselves a little bit less controlling ourselves because I did not want to make life difficult for our teammate who is now into P12. Look at that, guys. I am trying to put the power down, but it is not letting me put the power down. But we went through the inside of Yuki Tsunoda. We have overtaken Yuki Tsunoda for P12. So already in just the first 3 corners, we have already done 10 overtakes. So let's just keep on doing. This is getting more fun and fun because Austria, again, the track that is the strongest, I am the strongest at. And even in the last race where we did a reverse Austrian GP, it was fun for us. So can we catch up to the guys in front? But we weren't able to do that because obviously the thing is the track is still wet, so it is going to take at least 2-3 laps more to get the track on well Inters, and we just had to wait for 2 laps, and the tires and the rain has gone on to Inters. Because of that, look at how close we are. We have already caught up the 2 seconds through George Russell and Lance Stroll. So at the end of lap 17, Lance Stroll actually decided that he will pit, and now our focus goes on to George Russell, 2.2 seconds in front. Let's see, can we catch up to him? And we have definitely done that on lap 20, lap 19, 2 laps later. So we are going to stay behind him. Let's see, can we make a big or even a small dive bomb into turn 3. We did not decide to do that, but we did scare George Russell there a little bit so that he does not get a good exit out of turn 3. We did, using all the battery. That ultimate ERS upgrade is coming in very handy for us. Let's see what we can do through the inside of turn 4. We have gone on George Russell. George Russell at the start got a little bit better traction, but we at the end was able to get a better traction on these Inter tires, because obviously, guys, the thing is those wet tires must be feeling very, very second hand, and also they must be getting overheated. So here we are behind Kelly Mayer, and we have caught up to her in just 1.5 lap, and this time we go for it again through the inside of Kelly Mayer, and again we have overtaken her, and now our goal is the top 4. Let's see, can we catch up to Ayrton Senna and the Max Verstappen pairing, but both of them have actually pit. So we have Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri in front. But the thing is, guys, we have a slight problem. If you see our fuel, it is 0.58, but if you see how fast it is going down and down and down. So yeah, 11 laps to go. I will have to start to save, because if you see Tsunoda and Gasly behind us, they were actually at 1.6.7, even 7 seconds behind us. But in the past 3 laps I have been saving some fuel, and this lap I thought let's just push as much as we can to see how much I am actually using the fuel. So I was actually using around 0.8 to 0.9 per lap extra fuel. So this has just gone a little bit difficult for us. So Tsunoda has caught up to us, and Tsunoda, I am thinking I am going to let him by, but not here, guys, not here. It will cause a big problem for us too. So we let Tsunoda not overtake us, and that means Tsunoda has been overtaken by well, that is Pierre Gasly, who spun and got a red flag. He was very lucky, but there is another driver who is trying to overtake, and that is Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc also tried to overtake, and he has overtaken, no guys, he has also overtaken Yuki, and now he has been overtaken by Mark Webber. And obviously it is because Yuki is on an older Inters. And that is annoying, guys. But for the good thing for us is that we now have the rain has already subsided, and we can go on to a set of soft tires, because I am not going on hards. And as I was saying, guys, because I knew that I was very, very slow, I was going to let Yuki by, but annoyingly enough, Yuki got overtaken. He just went on to the track a little bit weird place. I cannot let him get overtaken there, because if I was overtaken on turn 9 I would lose way too many positions. So that's why I decided to not let him overtake us. And on lap 32 we have decided to pit, and guys, the reason behind it is because I had to pit because I had no fuel left, and after going into the pits I was able to get some fuel, get back into the car. But the problem was we had a 4.8 pit stop. Please tell me it is not something we are going to face from the next point onwards. But the thing is, guys, Mark Webber and Lando Norris have not pit onto the set of any kind of dry tires. That doesn't matter to us because we out of the pit stop got an amazing traction, because obviously we are on soft tires. And another thing was, because Charles Leclerc was so slow, he actually defended us against Max Verstappen. That was big. And now Gasly is also in front of us, but these guys on hard tires, they are feeling the effect on those tires, and we on the soft tires are really feeling amazing. Obviously these guys did undercut us, but we obviously, the only reason we got undercut it is because of those shitty pit stop. But that doesn't matter, we have now overtaken Pierre Gasly. But the thing is, guys, we only have 0.10 fuel left, and these guys are 12 seconds in front. I am not going to take any chances, but here goes Pierre Gasly trying to overtake us, but we went around the outside of Pierre Gasly, and we even get the DRS going off the track. But that doesn't matter, we have all the warnings to spare. Right now we need to save as much as fuel as we can. Obviously, guys, lifting from almost 200 meters onwards, I am really struggling now because, guys, even after saving fuel for I think whole laps, I was actually using around 0.3 to 0.4, even 0.5, and that was while I was saving the fuel. When I was pushing flat out, I was actually doing 0.9 and even 0.10 extra fuel. So here we are in the final race, guys. I am obviously at this point I have defended against the guys behind us, but here is Mark Webber, who did an amazing, unthinkable there, went onto the interstate, onto the inters, and he has won the Austrian GP with Lando Norris into P2, and we are into the final two corners. And guys, I am kicking myself here right now because this was our race to lose, and we lost it on the Saturday because of the problem that I faced. Obviously, guys, if I had not done that, if we had not had that problem, we were going to win.
Bad for a number 2. I'll give it a number 1. Victory for Mark Webber.
Well, it all came good in the end for them, but it wasn't an easy start. Not the most straightforward of days, but I think it shows great strength in an athlete as a driver when you can overcome a day like this and walk away still with a victory.
Aston Martin's performance today has shown that they can be competitive with the biggest names in the sport. They're making their way out to the podium as we speak, and the reaction from the crowd must be incredibly uplifting for them.
And an amazing race. But guys, as I was saying, this was our race to lose, and we definitely lost it. And Yuki, after everything, actually only got P11. And guys, I am pissed definitely, because if I had not made a mistake of not switching the components, we were winning this race because we had the pace. It doesn't matter who had the fastest lap, we had the pace to catch up to these guys. But guys, still P3 is a very great result for us, and we have caught up to Scuderia Ferrari. But that doesn't matter now, guys, because obviously we have already lost the rivalry. But still, guys, it was a fun race Nonetheless, Austria has always been an amazing race for me. So even now, I am not really that hurt, but still guys, not winning a race does hurt. And guys, if you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one.